All right, happy Monday, everybody. Here we are with our next week of remote learning. And as normal, here's just a review of last week to make sure that everybody's caught up. And if you have any questions, you know where to look. So Monday last week, we did our quick review of week 3. You have a quick check-in with a Google form so that you can give me some feedback about how you're doing, if you have questions, anything you missed that you may need help with, so I can reach out to you. Just another avenue so that we can keep in contact. And because I want you to get as much credit as possible, you'll get credit for taking care of that. Weekly chat page last week was a lot of fun. I had some fun with some of the conversations that you all were having. I tried to respond to everybody. I was hoping that conversations would continue. You don't have to just do this on Monday and be done with it. Please keep the conversations going. Share, what Netflix shows are you watching and do you recommend? I think that's a lot of fun. I'm a movie buff, so I watch some TV, but I prefer movies. So if anybody has anything, use that to share. Tuesday, we had our virtual class meeting. We talked extensively in third block about the new grading expectations. First block seemed to have a pretty good handle on it. We talked about how we were going to start sharing out some of these challenges that you've been doing, these projects. So I gave you some options that we could do. You could do it through a video. You could do it during the virtual class time. So it worked out pretty well. Unfortunately, we didn't have a whole lot of participation. I hope to see that continue. I'm really hoping that you're having some fun with these projects and you can share that with everybody so that maybe they can take the opportunities to work through this problem solving and have some fun with the challenges that you created. And then again, a little bit of feedback just in case I missed anything from the virtual meeting so that you get a chance to let me know. Wednesday, we just focused on continuing building your prototypes that would accompany the problem-solving challenge that you've been creating. Make sure you're documenting your progress, pictures, short videos, you're putting those into a presentation or somehow doing something that we can share as a group. Thursday, this was the first time we put a second virtual meeting in so that we could share these presentations that you're working on. Again, participation was kind of lackluster, and I really want to give you credit for the work that you've been doing. Some of you have some really cool projects that you've done, and I want to give you the opportunity to share it with your class. So we're going to continue that this week, as I'll talk about in a moment. Friday, as always, is your catch-up time. We do the timesheet. Again, just another way for me to collect some feedback. If you need anything, if you're struggling with something, if you think that we could do something to improve this, that would make it a little bit more fun or get a little bit more interaction or participation, please let me know. Okay, this is your class as much as it is mine, and I want your feedback. I want to make you realize that this is worthwhile. We can have fun doing these problem-solving activities and utilizing technological design process. So, upcoming this week. Obviously today we're doing this review, do the feedback, let me know if you have any questions. Tomorrow we're going to do our virtual meeting as always. This time we're going to extend and share out those presentations I talked about that we started on Thursday. We're going to do that on Tuesday. We're also going to clarify if there's any questions for this week's playlist. Wednesday, many of you communicated last week that you needed more time to work through these activities. So that's the reason the playlist this week looks so similar to last week, is because you requested the time. So use Wednesday to continue to develop these prototypes. If you feel like you're completed, remember a major step in the technological design process is that troubleshooting and redesign aspect. So take a little bit of time, look at your prototype, see if you can improve it, and then plan on sharing that with us. On Thursday, we're going to do another virtual class meeting designated specifically for sharing these presentations. So my goal is that we can introduce some new problem-solving activities, kind of work through a 2-week process, And in that 2-week window, in either from last Thursday or this Thursday, that's your timeline where you need to present these, and then the following week we'll move on. So I think 2 weeks with most of these is plenty of time, but we have plenty of feedback. So if it turns out that you need more than 2 weeks, you just need to let me know, and I'll modify the playlist just like I did for this week. And then Friday, as always, you have time to catch up. Make sure that you're doing your weekly timesheet, your feedback form. Let me know in that if you need more time. If you'd like me to develop something that's a little bit more challenging to take up more time. If you feel like we need to move in a completely different direction. Most of the feedback I've seen so far, at least some of you are having fun with this, which is my overall goal, is to show you that we can work through these things and you can learn and it can be fun, and that's my goal. And I hope that we can continue to do that because we have a few more weeks to go with this. Hope you all have a great week. Look forward to seeing and hearing from all of you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.